Hello, this is Bilal Siddiqui and you're watching Khuaab Gaah Library Project. This is the chapter number 4 of 10 minutes and 38 seconds called 4 Minutes by Elif Shafak. So the book has been going so far so great. It's been going an amazing journey. I'm actually sharing it with a couple of my friends and they're all enjoying the book so far because the book has so many interesting features in it. And in the previous bonus chapter, I shared about Nalan's story, which was one of the friends, and this story introduces us to another friend, which I'm going to talk about later in the video. So first of all, when this exact chapter started and this whole thing about going on a vacation started, I was like, okay, I'm relieved that they are going on a vacation, they are going on a holiday, because that was like kind of like so they were like, okay, just go, because there's summers and it's bad summer. So they are like, his dad is like, Harun is like, okay, we have to go to a vacation. So I think they have like coupled up with one of the families who have a lot of siblings, so they get like a big car and there's driver, there's uncle, and there's like all these things going on. When the moment the talk about started, I realized that, oh yeah, this is going to be one of the critical points. And you know, in any of these situations where the person leads up to the life of, you can say, prostitution and all these things, there's always got to be a bad uncle, and that's like definite. And it's not just fictional stories that I'm talking about, it's actually reality. In all of these cases where people commit suicide, where people get into prostitution, where people get into these like weird type of acts or just behave in a very weird manner, there's always that bad uncle who influenced these people, and there's always going to be a bad person who did something wrong with them. And by wrong, I do mean physically being wrong. So the moment this started, I was like 100% sure that something bad is going to happen, because this guy was giving extra attention to this child, and it was bound to happen. And the way it was developed, it was very good, because that's how these people develop, and it's really real, and it's really near to reality, what happens and how this person manipulates her. And especially at the point when he actually does that, and when he actually asks her, or actually forces her hand into his own short. So that's the point where he starts to play with guilt, and that is one of the reasons they get sick when they come back from the vacation. And it is one of the fundamental things that I need people to understand, that if you have younger siblings, if you have daughters, if you have, I don't even care if you have daughters or if you have sons, they all need to be protected from the evil eyes of these people. Because remember this, a stranger or someone who they don't know, they won't actually go on do something about this or do something like this, but there will always be people who are close to them. There will always be people who are actually near to them, where the child actually at the start feels safe. But when that breach, or when that boundary is breached, they are actually guilty of accepting that a person who knows them and a person who knows their family personally can be involved in these circumstances. So it becomes a double-edged sword. It becomes like a two-way bad thing. So you cannot tell anyone, because no one would believe you, because they are part of family. They can manipulate. You can easily demean a stranger in front of your parents, but you cannot demean a 43-year-old uncle in front of your family, because they are all going to maybe not believe you right away. And the second thing is, they can easily get you into that guilty trap. They can easily, because they are going to meet you so many times in life, they are going to be around there all the time. They are not going to be like, it's not like a one-time thing. They are going to be there, and your parents trust them. That's another thing. Your parents won't be on guard with them. So if you have younger siblings, if you have anyone younger in your family, you need to protect them. You need to be wary of who is like giving attention to them, who is like being where they should not be. And if needed, if necessary, you should always like be cautious, because once this trauma affects a person, once this trauma hits a person, it will be very, very bad, and the circumstances and the repercussions, you don't want to bear with that. So it's an honest advice. And this would be like the end of the chapter. At the end, we see that this small girl is like held by this small boy, Sinan, and the next story is about Sinan. So I'm looking forward to that chapter, because that's like a good end to a very, very bad, very, very dark chapter. So that was a good thing by Elif Shafak, that she actually did not like leave it like, okay, this uncle just did whatever he wanted to do, and this is what happens. But it was a good thing that lady pharmacist and his boy coming around and all that thing. But even at the end, I was like, oh my god, he's like going to go with it again, even though that boy was really like young. But I was still like cautious. I was still like, oh my god, this is going to happen again, and she's going to like go in lifeline trauma. But that didn't happen, thankfully, and Sanana was actually a good person. So that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you liked it. If you want to share your comments, share your views about this particular chapter, you can do so in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.